Trump's graduation speech sparks buzz after controversial impersonation and Melania joke. During a lively and eyebrow-raising speech at the University of Alabama, former President Donald Trump had the audience laughing, cheering, and raising a few eyebrows as he addressed the graduating class with his signature mix of humor, controversy, and political messaging. The 78-year-old took the stage at Coleman Coliseum on May 1st, where his speech quickly veered from traditional graduation advice into a performance that only Trump could deliver. With a smirk, he joked about how his wife, Melania, scolds him for certain antics she deems not presidential. But that didn't stop him. "You know, my wife gets very upset when I do this," he teased the crowd, setting up what would become the highlight of his speech. She says, "Darling, it's not presidential." I say, "Yeah, but people like it." With the audience egging him on, Trump leaned in. "All right, I'm in trouble when I get home," he said, shrugging. "But that's okay. What the hell? I've been in trouble before." Then came the moment that sparked reactions across the country. Trump launched into a dramatic and mocking impersonation of what he described as a transgender athlete, breaking a long-standing women's weightlifting record. Mimicking exaggerated strain and tossing imaginary weights aside, he made a point about fairness in women's sports. "A guy comes along, or a gal or whatever," he said, "a transition person, failed as a male athlete, but then boom, record broken." It wasn't just weightlifting that came under his scrutiny. Trump continued with off-the-cuff remarks about transgender participation in swimming and track as well, reinforcing his stance that he's determined to protect women and protect everybody, as he put it. But Trump didn't stop there. His speech also touched on his long-standing claims about the 2020 election being rigged and accused the courts of standing in the way of his campaign promises. The event, billed as a special appearance rather than an official commencement address, was optional for students, though it still generated considerable attention. Of course, not everyone in attendance was thrilled. Outside the venue, a counter-rally organized by the school's college Democrats drew a passionate crowd. Political figures like Beto O'Rourke and former Senator Doug Jones joined the protest, warning of threats to democracy and criticizing the university's decision to host Trump. Students were divided. For some, like 22-year-old advertising major Emily Appel, Trump's appearance was an unforgettable addition to her college experience. A cherry on top, as she called it. Others, like junior Aiden Myers, felt blindsided and disappointed. "I felt betrayed," he said. "It's like the university is willing to bow down to someone who openly undermines academic institutions." The speech also came just months after Trump signed an executive order aimed at restricting transgender athletes from competing in women's sports, a move that sparked debate nationwide. Despite the controversy, data from the NCAA suggests transgender participation in college athletics remains extremely limited, with fewer than 10 trans athletes across more than 500,000 student athletes. Still, as with many things Trump says or does, the moment caught fire online, splitting opinions and reigniting discussions around gender, politics, and the role of former presidents in public life.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.